show me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take all poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the New York Giants. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 20. Three-yard line. Their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
He's crossing.
On first down, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to Slayton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Jones operating from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep, Trent Taylor. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready, set, Mike 47. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. 47's the Mike. 47.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a man in his 13th NFL season, it's Adrian Peterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
57 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Was trying to get it to Darius Geis out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Check, 47. Okay, check out read.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And this one complete to Reed. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. Got an open man, it's Harmon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
You can't block me.
Haskins back to the air. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's go, deep. Tighten up. Let's go, deep. Rock it. Kill.
Saquon Barkley running right. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Leo!
From the gun, Jones. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
It's 2nd and inches at the 45-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Here I come again.
Now a run with Geis. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Haskins on 1st down. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The give to Peterson out of the gun. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Check 26, check 26.
This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Check 31, check 31.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Kareem Martin in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
At the 14-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Now it's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. 47 is the Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Go.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It's 2nd and inches at the 12-yard line.
So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 8 read. Let's get it. Hard. Check hot. We grip.
On 2nd and very short, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Jones now off the bootleg, steps away. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Silver. Watch, twist. Look at me. Go. Let's go.
A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 10. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 71 yards. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the one. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1 yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. They'll try to pound it in with Goldman. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Wayne Goldman, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Haskins. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He's got Thompson here, complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, Golden Tate. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And Tate's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. On first down, Barkley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Rip left, rip left. 56 to Mike, boy, 56.
From the 40 now on second down. Jones, catch made by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, lock it.
Now Gallman. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Sam off.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He completes it to Tate. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to throw. Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1. Completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, first down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. They are in the 2nd quarter down in Miami. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Take 4, take 4.
second down. Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
To throw again on second down. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's Gallman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. Big hit.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Double dog. That's the way.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Jones, off play action. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 12-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Check 53. Hey.
Go out.
Here I come.
Say go.
Jones on first down. Buying time to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's get it.
On the ready.
56 is Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
Spill.
Check nickel.
Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Check three.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. That is incomplete. DeAndre Baker, the first corner chosen in this year's draft, there to make the play defensively. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Tate. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Down. 60 or. Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jones now. A final shot before break. And Ingram holds it in. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrich Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Let's go, D.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now after the completion. We're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
It's a gain of 11.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they're down to the 29-yard line. Looking to throw, Haskins. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Second and 10 now. Haskins. He finds Taylor. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Haskins back to the air. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Ready? Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Adrian Peterson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go!
Now Saquon Barkley, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Biggest game of Barkley's rookie year on the ground came against these Redskins. Week 14 a season ago, 14 carries, 170 yards. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gallman will run it. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. This is Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Operating from the gun. Jones. It's brought in left side by Tate. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 42.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
At the 37-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Now Jones off the play fake. On the move to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, Sam off.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to get some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 28 yards.
That's another Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mike, 27. All day, baby. All day. We only welcome. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
1st down. Here's a run with Peterson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Go. Boom. 29 is Mike. 29.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Giants we got this. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Rock it. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Throwing, Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go. Under 10. Hey, switch gears.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Saquon Barkley. Incomplete. He was covered by Josh Norman.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been terrific so far. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On second down, it's Thompson, and he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Redskins on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They go with Thompson again, and he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On first down, Barkley. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Get it.
Jones now, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Giants on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check back, check back. Back.
Geis. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Coming this way. Here we go. 57 to Mike. 57.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On the return, it's Tate. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they could win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Looking to throw. Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Haskins will throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now it's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Nice, sweetheart. Watch it. Check 24. Watch 24.
They'll run on first down. It's Peterson, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kareem Martin has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Thompson. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Again, a run with Thompson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now it's Haskins. Got an open man, it's Harmon. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Mike 29. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 29.
From midfield now, Haskins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And counting the defense here, the Redskins have 6 defensive backs out there. Back to throw. Jones. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for New York. Taylor now returning it. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A fourth-quarter score from the Meadowlands. And it was the Steelers that came away victorious there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Haskins to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Giants take over. We play to win. Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. He completes it to Tate. That one covers 29 yards. First down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Let's go, baby.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26, check the...
They run, Peterson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Jim, Jim, Jim. 22, check, double. 22, check, double. He's mine, he's mine, he's mine. Let's go.
And with the play clock counting down towards 0, Todd Bowles will take a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Here's Haskins. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 48-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Peterson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Banjo, banjo. 29 is the mic 29.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. You got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On second down now, Barkley, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
They're starting to put together a nice drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Look at me. Score. Score. 6 guys. Ready?
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
56. Yo.
Go on.
Watch twist.
Jones operating from the gun. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Mike's 57's Mike.
Yeah. On 3rd and 2, Haskins. He's got it complete to Thompson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
On the right. Mike's 47. Danny. Switch.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Complete. Richardson has it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 more yards. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Shotgun handoff to Thompson, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now Haskins on first down. And this one complete to Reed. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Mike 29, exit.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. There he goes inside the 30. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And down to the 16-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
A 33-yard attempt.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And we will play on here in overtime. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Throwing Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And the timeout coming in here with just 7 seconds remaining in the extra session. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun. Jones under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So into overtime and all the way to the end of overtime. They have a chance to win it. Couldn't convert on the field goal, and we end in the very rare tie.
Don't see it very often. We did discuss it as we began overtime that because it's a regular season game, we're going to play that last quarter. And if no one scores or however, if it finishes in a tie, that's it. But boy, how bad do you feel for him? The opportunity to win it with a field goal at the end, and it doesn't go through the pipes.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.